Hey friends, my name is Ryan.
And I'm Brie.
And we are going to be your tour guides as we go to Atlanta, Georgia to check out the Georgia Aquarium. Our hope is to give you a good feel for what this aquarium is like and give you some tips to save you time and money along the way. The Georgia Aquarium is one of the world's largest aquariums and is also the only one in North America home to manta rays and whale sharks.
So the first thing we want to cover is parking. We were in a closed hotel, so we walked, but the general parking rate is $17, or if you buy your parking online in advance, it's $12.
This aquarium opened in Atlanta, Georgia in 2005, and upon its opening, the Guinness Book of World Records certified it as having more aquatic life than any other aquarium at the time.
Next, let's talk about tickets. There are ticket kiosks at the entrance if you didn't get a chance to buy your ticket online. However, you will save $5 and pay $42.99 rather than $47.99 if you order online. Children 2 and under are always free.
There is a 10% off discount for military, and military personnel also get in on Mondays for free. Check their website for more details. Another route you can do if you're looking to do multiple attractions, such as the aquarium, World of Coca-Cola, or the zoo, is get an Atlanta City Pass, which comes in at $86. I'll put a link for that in the description. You can also get a membership. If you're going to go more than twice, you might want to look into the memberships.
So now that we've covered tickets, let's go ahead and head inside where you'll enter right through this way, and we'll talk about what you can and can't bring in. There's no outside food or drink allowed in. Strollers are allowed and they do not have rentals, so if you need one, make sure you bring it. Re-entry with a stamped ticket is allowed, and there are no lockers inside.
First thing you'll notice when you walk in the door is a welcome in a number of different languages from around the world. In this wall of jellyfish and some rainbow lights. To the right of the jellyfish, you'll notice guest services. I know a lot of people are going to ask, when is the aquarium open, Brie?
It's open 365 days a year, and you can see the times there that were set when we were there, but make sure you check online to make sure that hasn't changed. And as you see, people typically spend 2 to 4 hours here, but if you really want to take in everything, you could actually spend more time here.
When you walk in, you're not going to find show schedules or a map, so we would definitely recommend downloading an app that they have or go to the website to see show times, and I would head right towards a showtime as some of the theaters for the shows can fill up. So figure out which shows you want to see and head to a show would be my first thing, because when you walk in, it's a little overwhelming. There's so many different sections and things to check out, which we're going to bring you through each one here, but definitely check the show schedule right when you come in. We're going to start off going to the
Ocean Voyager. This is a section we did not want to miss because we really wanted to see the whale sharks.
Yeah, as we said earlier, it is the only aquarium in North America that is home to manta rays and whale shark, the largest fish in the world. As we come to this tunnel section of the Ocean Voyager section of the aquarium, and I was really excited to finally see this whale shark in person.
And there it is.
It did not disappoint. This thing will eat more than 47,000 pounds of food each year. It is massive. We're gonna look at it from below here, and then later on in the video, we're gonna show you up from above some different ways that you can see the whale shark. And you spotted these guys.
So these sharks were so neat. As you can see, there's an albino shark right there, which I've never seen at any other aquarium.
We also found this really neat little hole that you could look up into the whale shark tank and saw this beautiful manta ray. Along with just some massive stingrays, but a really cool shipwreck type feel. As you can see, there's all sorts of information along the wall to educate you, and a little area over here talking about Georgia's coast, a little movie you can watch, but we're gonna walk up here to a really neat room that's gonna give you a fantastic view of some of those manta rays and the whale shark.
This was one of my favorite areas of the aquarium. We saw all kinds of rays, sharks. There's the whale shark again, which is just beautiful, such a beautiful blue color. And we even saw a sea turtle in there.
Yeah, great little area to just sit and take a break and enjoy the views of all the marine life. So that's a look at the Ocean Voyager section of the aquarium. We're going off to go check out some sharks now in the section titled Sharks. Predators of the Deep is where we're headed. You got lots of projections around this area as you enter. It's kind of a really cool big loop you take for this section of the aquarium here in Georgia.
And again, the walls are just covered in all kinds of information. This is a very educational place to go and just a really fun place to see and learn about these animals.
So I really like this area. I love to watch Shark Week every summer since I was a kid. You can see some hammerheads in here and big hammerheads. The way this section is laid out, you feel like you're just among the sharks here. Lots of interactive elements throughout the aquarium, like being able to touch the shark's teeth here. And this school of fish was really neat. I don't think I've ever seen a school of fish like this in any other aquarium.
Yeah, it was really neat just to see the sharks swimming around and actually through the school of fish.
So if you or any of your little ones loves sharks, this is definitely an area you're going to want to go explore and walk through, as they have some sections like this one, which was a really cool way that the glass was both above you and in front of you, and the sharks would swim above you like this shark is up here to the top right. So as you exit, again, more things to read and interact with, and that is a look at Sharks, Predators of the Deep section of the Georgia Aquarium. And as we exited, you had this little area we didn't interact with too much, but looks like they had some interactive screens that the kids can play with and learn certain things.
But then we headed on over to see the sea lions.
Now, we didn't get to see the show, which is why we give you advice to definitely check the show schedule, but these guys were so great to even just interact with on the glass. As you can see, our daughter Hannah here he's following her hand along the glass.
He was so cute and such a pretty coat. I've never seen a sea lion with that speckled black and white coat.
So we go from here to the River Scout section. Kind of gave me some Amazon vibes, like you're going into the Amazon River, and lots of similar creatures you would find and fish. As we walk through this section on the lower level, we're going to end up in just a little bit up above. You can see some tunnels that are great for kids of all ages, as Hannah explored.
Some great fun areas for them to go in and great photo opportunities for mom and dad.
Much like the shark area, this section too has lots of tanks up above you that you can watch swim over your head. Also has some areas that you can just sit and rest, as you notice some people taking advantage of over on the left. And we've got some piranhas. I always think of the little girl from Finding Nemo whenever I see piranhas now. Continuing on, looks like they had some otters over here, but they weren't out at the moment.
We otter move on.
So we otter move on indeed. As we come to the Dolphin coast, as we're going to go up the escalator here.
So this is one of those things you definitely want to check that show schedule and make sure you get that on for your day, or you'll miss it like we did. So I guess we'll just have to go back so we can watch it.
As far as the Dolphin presentation, it is first come, first served seating, so get there early, or you can pay $5 to have preferred seating online, and it is about a 15-minute presentations. So leaving the Dolphin coast, we pass through some restroom areas and get to albino alligators up above the area we were at before, and they give presentations throughout the day giving you info on alligators.
When looking at our alligators, you may wonder, why aren't they moving around? Well, this is to conserve their energy as well as their heat, as alligators are cold-blooded creatures.
This area was a little bit congested. It was a Saturday evening, so if you have a stroller or a wheelchair, it does get a little tight. You just have to be patient through here. As we come to the electric eel, he didn't want to come out. It seems like he was maybe just shocked by how many people were out, so he was kind of hiding at the moment.
So as you can see over here is a line to go across the bridge. If it's not too long, you could go ahead and do that, but for us it was too long and too short of a bridge.
So we're going to Incredible Insects. If you are enjoying this tour, do us a huge favor, hit that subscribe button down below. And there are lots of information on insects and some interactive elements. Like over here to the left, you can listen to an alligator.
Now we're heading into the Discovery Zone Vault.
Each section has certain extremes. I think this was extreme deep, as they have some diving here. The best part of this particular section is towards the end. I'll show you. This was the extreme cold section, so creatures and sea life that are in really cold parts. This was extreme dry, so you had some lizard guys hanging out over here. And this was extremely hard to remember because I don't remember what the purple section was. But they had a little area you could enter in and see some flashlight fish, which I never could see them, and some different elements that glow. Up ahead to the left was my favorite part of this particular section, which was a little window that you could peek through and see that whale shark swimming up above. You can see the fin breaking the water, so really neat to see it from up above. Would love to come back here and do a behind the scenes, behind the seas tour, which is an add-on you can do. That would be really fun. So as we walk through this kind of glow light section,
so this leads you out of the Discovery Zone, out into the second floor balcony area. And we are heading over where you can pet the stingrays.
you can see if the stingrays do come up, you're welcome to touch them, but none of them decided to come out on this particular afternoon. But let's head downstairs to the next section. Next, we head to the tropical diver section of the aquarium. This made me think a lot about my uncle, who's an avid scuba diver.
This section was about all things reefs, just the beautiful fish and different creatures like eel that live in there. Here's some jellyfish. But the highlight of this is when you get to this beautiful reef section with all of these tropical fish.
You can see the interactive element to the right where kids can play with and learn about God's creations that live in the reefs all over the world. This was a really neat room.
And on your way out, you'll be able to see some really unique sea creatures that would live in the reefs.
All right, it's time to put on your wetsuit. We're going to the cold water quest section of the Georgia Aquarium. Got a little rocky beach, tide pool. Kind of made me think of maybe Oregon up in the Northwest. Made me think of Deadliest Catch show, seeing these crabs, but we're gonna go check out some of the beluga whales.
These whales were so cute and playful, and they just swim all around and upside down. I've never seen one of these in person, so that was really, really neat.
It made me think of the movie Finding Dory. I think it was a beluga whale that she makes friends with, but you can also see this whale bones here, and we're gonna go over here and check out the southern sea otters. These guys were a lot of fun to watch.
They were flipping and swimming and playing with cups, and they were some of the most playful otters I've ever seen.
We'll see them better from up above, but they had some Alaska rocky reef, different fish here, as well as some sea dragons. And they had some puffins. It was dark at the time we were here because they try to simulate what it's like for them on a normal day.
So they were off trying to get some rest. But over here, we're back to the sea otters, and they were just so much fun to watch.
They would just swim together and play and go in circles, and they were just having a blast. I think our kids had these exact same cups when they were little.
They did.
From the sea otters, we're gonna go check out some penguins. As you can see, penguins of the world on the wall here. To the left, you can go in the penguin tunnel, or you can just look at the penguins. So I volunteered Hannah to go into the tunnel. She happily did, as you can go in the tunnel under the penguins, or even pop your head up right next to the penguins. Continuing on, we come to an observation deck on the second level to check out the beluga whales.
So as we exited, you can see they have some face painting and caricatures that you can go ahead and get if you want. And they also have an area for nursing moms if you need a little privacy to go and feed your baby.
Speaking of getting something to eat, they have the Seaside Delights, which has a number of different sandwiches and snacks, as well as some beverages and cocktails up here. And right next to that, you have the charging lounge, a little area you can sit, relax, rest. They did have a couple different places you could plug in and charge your phone. So let's go check out the cafe Aquaria downstairs. As you can see, they have a number of different snacks here to the left, and they also have a pickup area if you buy in advance. I'll explain that in a minute, but I want to show you the menu. They've got some pizza combos, some hot dogs, some chicken tenders combos, grilled chicken sandwiches, buffalo chicken sandwiches. So a lot of your standard French fries, corn dogs, chicken tender type items. They also have a cheeseburger combo, double cheeseburger, plant-based burger. They also have a family meal. You have to get this at least 48 hours in advance online, but it has a number of different items that you can get for your family.
They also have a grab and go section where you could come over and grab a snack or a chef salad or a chicken salad sandwich. And they even have a little Uncrustable snack pack or fruit.
And they have a cup of dirt for $6.95, which I don't care how old you are, you're never too old for a cup of dirt. That's always fun to eat. And that's a look at the Cafe Aquaria. They do have a little gift shop here, a smaller one that was closed. We're gonna walk back through the aquarium and head over to the main gift shop, the Treasures of the Seas. They did have some blocks that the kids could buy and create, like this turtle, dolphin, and I really liked the shark, was really cool. So lots of hoodies, t-shirts, toys, and merchandise. It's a pretty big size gift shop with lots of stuffed animals, which every kid or grandkid would love to leave the aquarium with a stuffed animal, especially these guys. They were so cute, these little penguins. And then I had to do the da-dun-da-dun. Got Hannah. She never saw it coming. So we got little hand sharks. This was a lot of fun to play with. Got her. And Mike ended up getting this stuffed whale shark. That was his pick. You can also get yourself some photos as a take home.
There are a number of other experiences that you can do, and maybe we'll cover some in another video, like the shark cage dive or the journey with gentle giants swimming with the whale shark.
That would be a lot of fun. So make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. We would love to have you join us on one of those adventures. If you've enjoyed this tour, do us a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button down below and feel free to ask us any questions down in the comments. We'll do our very best to help you out. Thanks so much for watching.
We'll see you on the next adventure.